Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to our channel Learn New Things in English. Today we are going to talk about some motivational stories. This will help you to achieve anything in your life. Today, before we going to start the motivational stories, begin with one Samskrita sloka. उद्यमेन हि सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथे न हि सुप्तास्य सिंहास्ते प्रविशांति मुखे मार्गः। अर्थ, व्यक्ति के मेहनत करने से ही उसका काम पूरे होते हैं, सिर्फ इच्छा करने से उसके काम पूरा नहीं होते. So this sloka means any person wants to achieve goals in their life, he sacrifices and do hard works. If he did not do any hard work, all the achievements, all the goals are remain. Once again, welcome to this channel, friends. Once again, I will request you, if you are new here, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Yes, let's begin. The story you are referring to this about the immense success of Fog deodorant brand in India. So back in that day, the praise.
और जनाब क्या चल रहा है?
जनाब हिंदुस्तान में तो फॉग चल रहा है.
These phrases become so popular that it was commonly used as a response to question in the people's mind. क्या चल रहा है? This widespread recognition can be attributed to a highly successful 30 to 40 seconds commercial ad, which plays a significant role in making Ford a household name. As a result, company behind Fog, Winnie Cosmetics, now boasts a net worth of 10,000 crores. So this journey began in 2009 when a Gujarati entrepreneur named Darshan Patel founded Winnie Cosmetics. Before starting this venture, Darshan was involved in his family business, that was Paras Pharmaceuticals, from which he was eventually ousted. With nothing to fall back on, he had started from scratch. It means zero. Darshan had an idea to launch a deodorant, but the problem was that the Indian deodorant market was already crowded with over 500 brands, including big names like Angel, X, and Park Avenue. Despite of the competition, Darshan Patel shows determination and launched Fog in 2011, with the name standing for fragrance of good guys and girls. However, for the first 2 or 3 years, Fog did not make a significant impact. This prompted Darshan to rethink his strategy. He realized the Fog needed to be marketed differently to avoid failure. Darshan observed that most deodorant brands were used advertisement that portrayed how their product could attract the opposite sex, often in a way that wasn't suitable for family living. Additionally, customers were frustrated that the most deodorants were filled with gas, which meant the fragrance did not last long. Moreover, these brands were selling their products at high prices. So, understanding these gaps in the market, Darshan knew he had a winning strategy. He decided to advertise Fog as a solution to these problems. He created a family-friendly advertisement with a touch of humor, emphasizing that Fog was no gas deodorant. This was demonstrated effectively through a visual example with a glass, making consumers feel the difference. Furthermore, he highlighted that Fog was long-lasting and reducing the price to just 10, making it affordable for everyone. As a result of this clever advertising techniques, Fog overtook popular brands like Axe and captured 20% of the deodorant market. According to data from 2020, Winnie Cosmetics continued to thrive due to this innovative approach. This is how deodorant market is going on. Now, the second story comes for MDH Spaces. So this story continues with the incredible journey of Dharampal Gulati, the pace of MDH spices. At one point in his life, he was struggling to make ends meet and was working as a tangawala. However, his determination and hard work led him to amass a net worth of 5,400 crores. So the story begins in 1919 when Dharmapal's father Chuni Lal Gulati established a spice business in Sialkot, which was the part of British India. After the partition of 1947, the Gulati family had to leave everything behind Sialkot and move to India. They faced severe poverty in their new life in India. Chunilal was old and Dharmpal, who wasn't very educated, had supported the family by driving a tanga. But Dharmpal had burning desire to achieve something significant. One day, he sold his tanga and used the money to rent a small shop in Chandni Chowk, Delhi. He named it MDH, Mahasian Di means MDH Masala. MDH Masale. This was a huge risk as Dharmpal had learned the art of spice making from his father and had immense confidence in his skills in the 1950s. Most people in India bought loose spices which were then ground at home. Dharmpal decided to sell pre-packaged ground spices, making it convenient for consumer. This idea quickly caught on, and by 1959 he had opened his first factory in Delhi. From the point onward, there was no looking back. Today, MDH is the second largest player in the Indian spice market with a 12% market share. This is the dedication of MDH company. Today, MDH is the second larger player in the Indian spice market with a 12% market share. The company has 15 factories and offers 62 different products. Whether you are enjoying sambar in Uttar Pradesh or Sahi Paneer in Kerala, there is a good chance you are using MDH spices. In 2017, Dharmpal Gulati became the highest paid CEO in the FMCG sector, but he was known for donating 90% of his salary to charity. His money was used to fund schools and hospitals that he had established. Now we are going to third story, that was the Pulse Candy. This also another inspiration tale. What's remarkable about Pulse is that its a price at just 1 rupees. Yet within the first 8 months of its launch, it's achieved sales of over 100 crores. The secret to its success lies in its unique taste, which looks almost 2 years to perfect. The story you were referring to it about the success of the candy, success of the Pulse Candy, created by DS Group. They conducted intensive research on the flavor of the candy, which teaches us that thorough research can lead to successful product. The DS Group was aware that the Indian candy market was dominated by brands like Alphenlibe, Mango Bite, and Coffee Bite. If they had launched their candy without any strategy, it would have likely flopped. The DS Group observed that the people in India, from children to elderly, are big fans of raw mangoes, especially when they are sprinkling with salt and chili powder. They capitalized on this insight and decided to create a candy with this flavor profile. Pulse candy was designed so that when you put in your mouth, you first taste the raw mango, then the salt, and finally a hint of sweetness. The DS Group also had popular product Pass Pass, already established in the market. They printed the pass brand on the Pulse candy wrapper to ensure customer trusted the product right away. This strategy works and people started to buying Pulse candy. Thanks to its unique taste, it becomes favorite across all age groups. Nowadays, even if you visit local general stores and don't find boxes of other popular candies like Mango Bite and Coffee Bite, you will almost certainly find a box of Pulse Candy. As of 2018, Pulse Candy sales exceeded 300 crores. Next, now we are moving to our next story. There is another success story. This time about a car company whose vehicle start around 7 to 8 crores. Yes, we are talking about Rolls Royce, a luxury car brand. The story revolves around Henry Royce, a boy who faced many hardships in life at the age of 9. His father passed away, leaving the family burdened with debt. They struggled to afford even 2 meals a day. The education was out of the question for Henry. He works in the field, sold newspaper, but money was still scarce. Eventually, his mother left him to be with another man. Despite these challenges, Henry Royce had a strong determination to learn. He borrowed some money from an aunt and started training in engines and machines at Great Northern Railways. At 17-year-old, Henry Royce got a job at an electronic light and power company where he earned a very small salary. But instead of focusing on the money, he concentrating on developing his skills. He wanted to learn as much as possible, whether through books, training, or work experience. With the money he earned, he completed his engineering education. But eventually, he lost that job also. After facing so many difficulties, it was now time to Henry to start making money. As he had increased his skills deeply, he partnered with a co-worker and started a company that made engineer tools. Their first product was doorbell, which becomes a hit in the market. They also designed an electronic crane and also electronic generator, both of which brought in significant profits. By this time, petrol powered cars had started to emerge in the market, and Henry got the idea to build his own car. He designed the engine and other components of the car himself, which eventually became the Rolls Royce, a car that even kings and billions today line up to buy. As of 2024, Rolls-Royce has market cap of over $10 billion. This is also significant achievement of the Henry Royce. Next, there is a story of Nirma washing powder.
दूध सी सफेदी निरमा से आए रंगीन कपड़ा भी खिल खिल जाए सबकी पसंद निरमा.
The company was founded by Karsan Bhai Patel, who started by selling Nirma detergent on his bicycle, going door to door in 2019. In 2019, Forbes included Karsan Bhai Patel among the top 30 richest people in India. At 21, after completing his chemical engineering education, Karsan Bhai worked as a lab technician. He faced the financially difficulty due to low income. And with his entrepreneurial mindset, he wanted to start his own business. He noticed that multinational companies were selling very expensive detergents in the market, which the average person could not afford. In 1969, he used his chemical engineering knowledge to create a detergent and started his business with an investment of just 7,000 rupees. He manufactured and packaged the product in small 10 by 10 foot room and then delivered it door to door delivery on his bicycle. His product was highly quality and was priced very affordably, selling at just 3 per kilogram. This led to quick success, but for next 3 years, he continued to operate his business single-handedly, cycling around and playing the roles of the one-man army. After gaining popularity locally, then set up their factory. At that time, Hindustan Unilever surf brand was a market leader priced at 1 per kilogram. However, 1 kg Nirma was available in the market for just 50 paise. So the middle class starting using this detergent permanently. Plus its quality was very good. So it became popular through word of mouth. Within a decade, Nirma became a best-selling detergent in India. Today, Nirma annual business is 7,000 crores, which starts from 10 by 10 feet room. So now we are going to next story, next and last story. There is a 200 years old brand called Louis Vuitton. The brand has survived the French Revolutionary, the Persian War, World War II, 18 recessions, 15 revolutions, and countless other challenges. But today, this brand is very popular for its luxury bags. So listen, there was 13 years old boy who decided to leave his abusive relatives in French countryside and walk to Paris for a job because he had no money. It took him 2 years to cover the distance. On the way, he did whatever works he could find at the time. At the time, the railway had just started in France, and many people were using it to travel. This boy got a job packing passenger luggage. After working day and night, he came up with the idea of making luggage bags. He realized that the luggage industry would grow along with the travel industry. Think about it, such a long-term thinking at such a young age. Age doesn't really matter. You also learn that when an industry grows, you should start paying attention to what else is growing with it. Coming back to the point, what happened the next? The boy learned the craft of making high quality bags, mastering his skills over several years. At that time, the market was full of heavy bags that were dome shaped. You can see the screen. They were quite uninteractive. But this boy made his bags in proper geometric shapes so that fully people could easily carry them. And they looked good too. By filling this small market gap, he launches his product, which becomes very famous in France. But then the French-Persian War broke out, destroying all his shops, bringing him back to zero. However, he wasn't one to give up. He took another risk and this time made his bags with red and bogey color strips. He launched the product with red and bogey colored strips so that people could recognize their bags from distance. This decision made the brand very popular both in the country and around the world. Since that day, Louis Vuitton has never looked back. Friends, see you in the next video. I wish you all the very best in your future. Thank you so much.